Hello everyone, this is Beware the Q. Now this video is going to be a sort of extension of the last video that I did. That was regarding the quote-unquote alien remains, mummified remains, that were found in Peru a short while ago by Jaime Maussan. This video isn't going to be talking about that as such because I feel like I've said everything that I can say about it. I don't think they're genuine remains. Most people, most of you, also don't think they're genuine remains. But it is an interesting topic, and looking into it further, it's kind of reinvigorated my passion, my love for ancient aliens. Now, I feel like when I listened back to the video that I did last week, I feel like maybe I was a little bit... It seemed like I was kind of dunking on ancient aliens a little bit when I was saying that Jaime Maussan was trying to join the ancient aliens crowd. It sounded a bit more disparaging than what I really meant, because I love ancient aliens. I really, really like ancient aliens. I haven't watched it for quite a long time, actually, but looking into this whole thing that had gone on last week, it's got me back into it. So I've been watching a little bit of it, been finding their clips on YouTube and just, the History Channel and watching those. And, I really like that program. So 2016 was, for me, it was the year of Ancient Aliens. A big part of my time back then was spent watching the program. I really liked reading the Eric von Daniken books as well, the Chariots of the Gods, Gold of the Gods, etc. I found myself reading a lot of Nick Redfern as well. He's an English guy who appears on Ancient Aliens quite frequently. I read his book, The Real Men in Black. I read Contactees as well. And a few others too, a few of the other guys who appear on there. And that was a big hobby for me back then. And I've got a lot of fond memories as well, because I lived at home back then, and I used to watch it with my mum and dad and my brother. I can remember some of the debates that would, well, not really debates, it was mostly kind of just laughing at what Giorgio Tsoukalis was saying. And, it's like Ancient Aliens now, it's kind of become, it's kind of a meme, really. Certainly, you've probably seen the one of Giorgio Tsoukalis. He's there, he's got his hands in the air, and it says aliens underneath, and it's applied to anything that's even slightly out of the ordinary. So it's kind of a meme. It's kind of low-hanging fruit in a way to just make fun of it and dunk on it. I really like Ancient Aliens simply for its entertainment value. I don't think that people should be basing their worldviews on Ancient Aliens, maybe. Don't watch the most recent episode of Ancient Aliens and think, yep, that's where we came from. We were placed here by aliens. I don't know for certain. I'm not one of those arrogant people who says, oh, no, definitely not. How does anybody know? How can anyone possibly know? They say there's no evidence. Well, once upon a time there was no evidence for basically anything that we've discovered. There's no evidence until it's there, essentially. So don't get too high and mighty, because one day it may be proven that we were placed here, that we are here because of the intervention of aliens, the Anunnaki, or whoever. But saying that, I'm not a believer in the ancient alien theory anymore. I used to be kind of... so I was convinced by some of it, I will admit. In recent years, I've done a lot more reading, and now I'm not so sure. But back then, I was pretty... I was close to being a believer, I have to say. It certainly seemed just as likely an explanation as some of the others that we've got. There's a multitude of religions across the world that they all have a different idea of where we came from and how we got here. The ancient alien theory, it didn't seem any more weird than any of those stories or ideas or beliefs. So I felt it was just as valid as any other, and it probably still is, to be honest. So as I said, that whole thing last week with Jaime Maussan and his presentation to the Mexican Congress with the alleged remains found in Peru, it got me back into Ancient Aliens. I'd not seen it for a while. I'd not really thought about it for a while, but I decided to spend a bit of time looking on YouTube and seeing what's the latest with Giorgio Tsoukalis and David Childress and all those guys on Ancient Aliens. I wanted to see what they were saying. Turns out all the stuff they're saying is basically what they were saying about 7 years ago when I last watched the show. So on the History Channel's official YouTube channel, they upload clips of recent Ancient Aliens episodes. And the most recent one, which was uploaded about a day ago, which I found quite interesting, is I think it was like a top 3 alien petroglyphs. So I watched the video, and basically it's the same. It's the same as what it was all those years ago when I last watched it. They do like reaching, I have to say. So I'm going to put some pictures up, and I'm going to show you. I'll do a little brief explanation of what their theory is behind these petroglyphs. There's one, I think it's in Australia. Another one is in America. I've made some notes, so I'll just refer to those as I'm talking. And so this first thing, this is just from the intro of the video. The video is about 10 minutes long, and basically it's just a carving. It's not really gone into in the actual video itself, but it's just something that I thought was quite funny. It's got a carving here. As you can see, it's sort of got the 4 little offshoots, and they're saying it's an alien craft. And then it shows you this picture afterwards of this alien craft that somebody has designed in in CGI. To me, that just looks like a moth or a butterfly or something like that. I mean, that was my very first thought as soon as I saw it. I didn't jump to alien craft, spacecraft, as soon as I saw that. Now, weirdly, the video is called Top 3 Alien Petroglyphs. What was it called? Top 3... Let me just double check what the video is called. Okay, so it's Ancient Aliens, Top 3 Unbelievable Alien Petroglyphs. Despite it being called Top 3, I think it only actually mentions 2 in the video, but, maybe 3 is better for SEO or something, I don't know. But anyway, the 2 that I've got here in my notes, I could be wrong, by the way. I think it was just 2. Maybe there's 3 there. 1 was mentioned briefly. But of the 2 that I've got here in my notes, one of them is in a desert area of northwest Australia called Kimberley. And basically, they've got these petroglyphs that they've found there, and there's this they've got this Aboriginal guy on there, and he says that they're called I've got my notes here. It says the Wangina or the one. Yeah, I think it's Wangina, and he's talking about basically it's like a creation myth, just like any other, about how extraterrestrials put them there, and it's a similar sort of thing again in the one in America. This one's in a place called 9 Mile Canyon. That's in Utah in the USA. And these ones, they say, is that these petroglyphs are depicting beings wearing spacesuits with antennae on the helmets. Now, to me, I mean, Native Americans in days gone by, they were known for wearing headdresses that had feathers on them. Now, with this being in territory that would have been occupied by Native Americans back in the day, is it not possible that these are not spacesuits, but actually it's a headdress with a couple of feathers? And that's what it's supposed to be. It's funny that they jump to saying it's a person wearing a spacesuit with antenna coming out of the helmet. It's just sort of funny to me, but I mean, it could be that when they're making this program, they're fully aware of just how outlandish these things are that they're saying. It all makes for good entertainment at the end of the day, I suppose. I'm certainly entertained by it. But there's one here that I think I think Ancient Aliens might just be one big trolling exercise, to be honest. I think it's just some sort of elaborate performance art. I mean, especially when you got here, like I'll show you this picture. It highlights these two little... I mean, they're turtles. They're obviously turtles. It's highlighting them as if they're some sort of... I don't know if... I don't think they go into those in the video, but it wouldn't surprise me if they said something like, oh, look, this is depicting two alien craft, or something. Oh, they're turtles. Obvious. I mean, there's some serious... it's a serious stretch, a serious reach. Unless they are just trolling everybody. You know, it could be that they know they're a meme. They know it's a silly program that just, you know, it's just there to... It's just there as an entertainment program like any other, but this one is just done in the guise of a documentary, and they're laughing all the way to the bank. Yeah, but anyway, this video was well, it was kind of a pointless video, really, wasn't it? I just wanted to talk about Ancient Aliens. I've just got back into it after not watching it for years and years, and I don't know, just felt like making a video. As I said in the last video, I've been kind of pushed for time, really. Like I said, I've moved into a new house. I've been doing decorating and gardening and all that sort of thing, and I've just not had time to write videos as such. So for the foreseeable future, I'm probably going to be sticking to this format of unscripted, off the cuff, just talking about whatever, really. It's quite fun just being able to just, you know, ramble on about things and just sort of say what's on my mind. So yeah, you know, I want to say thank you to everybody for because yesterday the channel actually reached 60,000 subscribers. I mean, 60,000. That's crazy. That's, you know, when I first started the channel, I thought that it would probably max out at about 10,000 subscribers. So the fact that I've well surpassed that and got to 60,000, and it's still growing. You know, I get subscribers every single day. The channel is still growing. It's amazing. So, you know, thank you everybody who's subscribed and who watches my videos and who comments, and you know, all my regular commenters as well. You're really appreciated. Thanks for everything. You know, with the channel still growing, you never know, this time next year it might reach 100,000 subscribers, and I might get one of those cool plaques that you get from YouTube when you reach 100,000 subscribers. One of those would look really nice up on my wall of my new study that I use to work and make videos now. And the fact that I'm able to do YouTube full time is amazing. I never thought that would happen. You know, as I said, when I didn't have massively high hopes when I first started the channel. I thought maybe 10,000 subscribers at the most, and I was thinking, you know, if I get monetized, if I can make an extra 50 or £100 a month, just you know, just for fuel and food, that'd be great. But now here I am, I can live off of the money that I make, and it's all thanks to you lot. So thank you very much. I really, really appreciate it. I wouldn't be where I am if it weren't for you. Hopefully this video has been, you know, somewhat bearable. I mean, I got a pretty good response to the last video with the off-the-cuff style. I didn't get any outright insults for it anyway, which was nice. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot more of this for the foreseeable future. And I'm quite happy about that, to be honest. It frees up my time. I'm able to deal with stuff around the house that needs taking care of and everything. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, share the video around, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already done so. I also have a Patreon, and you can buy merch as well. You can see that underneath the video. I don't normally plug that, to be honest. I feel a bit self-conscious, sort of pushing the merch and the Patreon and stuff. You know, I'm not a salesman, really. I feel a bit awkward doing it, but you know, if you do want to buy a t-shirt or a mug or something, that would really, really help me out. If you want to become a patron or become a member on YouTube, it would be great. That would be a big help. So anyway, thanks for watching. This has been Beware the Q, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.